My name is Leslie Krutzinger, and I'm the Director of Communications here at GISD. I have been here for 4 school years now. I'm going on my 5th. So this is something new we've started this year, and we're really enjoying doing this recruitment piece through Zoom, which is great. So we're glad that y'all were able to join us today. I wanted to go over a few housekeeping rules. First of all, if you'll keep yourself muted right now, we'll have opportunities at the end to go into breakout groups or possibly share as a whole, where you can ask questions as they come across. And at any time at all, you can enter a question or a comment or anything into the chat box, and we'll respond to that throughout the time as well. So I'm going to introduce everyone who's on the call from the district side with us today. We have Ms. Lucretia Steele. She is our Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction. She is actually from Gainesville and recently came back here to serve in this role, so she'll get into more detail about that later. We also have Mr. Pablo de Santiago. He is our principal of Edison Elementary, which is our pre-K K1 campus, and he will talk more about that a little bit later. And we also have Miss Nancy Castorena. We also have Dana Dudenhafer. Nancy is she's a teacher over at Chalmers Elementary, and Chalmers is our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th campus. Also, Dana Dudenhafer. She is an instructional coordinator, and she's been here forever and ever, and she'll tell you all about that a little bit later too, serving multiple different roles. So we'll go ahead and get started. You'll see Miss Jill Nias as well. Her name will pop up. She's kind of a contract with an E3 grant that we're a part of right now, empowering educators to excel, which is an awesome opportunity we have for our teachers. And again, we'll talk more about that later. She's not technically with the district, but you'll see her name pop up. So first, let's tell a little bit more about GISD. Ms. Steele, you have run the gamut here at Gainesville, being from here and then moving back here. So why don't you tell us a little bit about our community? I think you're muted. You're muted.
We have a population of about 18,000. We are located 30 minutes north of Denton, about 7 to 10 miles from the Oklahoma border, right off of I-35, within easy traveling distance to Dallas, Fort Worth area, with about an hour and a half to get there either way. Then we also have Sherman, Denison area, 30 miles to our east. I gotta get my bearings, 30 miles to the east. So we're in a good location if you want to get to big city and then come back for the day. But a great area to be a part of. We also have lots of businesses who are coming in. We have lots of fast food chains, good restaurants. So we're really growing in that sense. WinStar has really helped us with the businesses coming to Gainesville. In our district, we have about 3,000 students within our district. We are a free and reduced lunch, all of 100%. We have 6 campuses. Head Start is one campus on its own. Our campuses are grade level and not neighborhood campuses, by the way. Edison is pre-K through 1, Chalmers 2 through 4, Lee is 5 through 6, junior high 7 through 8, and high school 9 through 12. And our Edison, Mr. D can talk to you about how many students he has. I think Chalmers has about 500 students, less than that.
They're actually close to 700.
Oh, wow. Okay. 700.
Close to 700. Yeah.
So I know at both campuses, anywhere from 12 to 14 teachers at a grade level. So pretty nice size. We work really well with our PLCs for teachers. So just a lot to offer within the district at this point.
Yeah, now, Ms. Steele, like I mentioned before, you're from here and recently moved back here. Why did you choose to work here originally, and why did you choose to come back here?
Well, I started my career here as a paraprofessional as soon as I got out of college. Went off to teach. Of course, at the time, there wasn't much here in Gainesville. So it was like felt like I was missing big city. Went and did that whole thing, went to several districts. I've been in large districts as well as smaller ones compared to Gainesville. And just as you get older, it's like, I want to come back home and be a part of my own community. I was very active in those communities, but it's nothing like being at home and giving back. So I was just happy to finally get back here and settle down now that it's all come full circle. So I couldn't be any happier than to be at home.
It's very good. I'm actually not from Gainesville. I'm from a neighboring town, but moved back here as well 4 or 5 years ago, and it's been a blessing for sure. Now, Mr. D, well, you'll let them know your full name. Tell us about how long you've been here in Gainesville and what brought you here to GISD and why you love it here.
All right. Well, the other day I introduced myself with my full name, which is Pablo de Santiago Hernández Carlos Bustamante Sandoval Trujillo Chaparro Molina. And so you know why they call me Mr. D. I also serve in a campus here of 600 students at Edison, pre-K, kinder, and first. And if I was to stand up, you probably notice why. But I see eye to eye with these kids. So in size, well, I tell you what, I love receiving those hugs. I've been a principal for 20 years at all levels, from the elementary all the way up to the high school. And as you can tell, also being in the high school 6 years, that did take a toll on me. But the main thing here is that in being in pre-K, kinder, and first, that I found my love. I love being with these kids and then starting them off because of the fact we have the most important job in the district, and that is to start off the foundation, to firm it up in that way to make sure that our district becomes successful in the future. So as to how I got here, I hope you believe me because this is the truth. Whenever I was searching for a district coming out from East Texas, I had a friend that came to me and told me that he had a dream. And in that dream, he was told that Mr. D or Pablo was to go to Gainesville. I took that as my confirmation, and here I am. And so guess what my prayer is now? My prayer is that I will get that dream and be able to point to you and tell you, you are to go to Gainesville. So come, we need you.
Now, Mr. D, speaking from a school leader perspective, what would you say that you and our other administrators are looking for an ideal teacher candidate?
Well, here are several things. I think one of the most important things is to be able to connect. We want quality people that make a connection to the students, and not only to the students, but also to the parents. If you have that connection, you're going to be very successful. The other is to always have a positive outlook for teaching, and also in building relationships with other staff members, and of course also with the parents, and because that's very important. Just having that positivity can go a long way. The other is always a person that's striving to always be improving and is coachable and flexible, because it's all about growing in our business. Also, we want a person to be goal-oriented. We have a lot of leadership opportunities within the district, and so we want to capitalize that on finding out your strengths, but also being goal-oriented, having those high expectations for self and then also for the students that they have. And then most importantly for me, I believe we need the people that are passionate about teaching and about not only teaching, but actually changing the trajectory of their students, because you can have that impact.
Right. I think that's spot on. You can make a big impact on these kids' lives here. You can at every school, but every teacher that's within this district and every administrator can truly say that these kids, they need us, they need you, and you can really, truly make a big difference. Thank you, Mr. D. Now, Nancy, let's go to you. You're at a different campus than Mr. D, so you can speak to the teacher perspective from that campus as well. But let's just tell us a little bit about you and your journey here at teaching at GISD.
Well, I started student teaching here, so I kind of, got a sense of that. And I student taught, graduated, and I took a paraprofessional job here for about a couple of weeks. Enrollment went up and got my own classroom. And this is my 9th year here teaching 3rd grade. I've now become part of the ILT team and a 3rd grade lead teacher. So I've had lots of opportunities along the way to take roles here.
Why would you say, what do you love about teaching here, Nancy?
The diversity of the kids. That's my one thing I love here.
Very good. So Ms. Steely, let's go back to you. Whenever a teacher is new to the district, they get a lot of supports. So what would you say are some of these teacher supports that we give our teachers? Are you muted again?
So we really value our teachers, and we know the one thing that new teachers to the profession, as well as just new teachers to the district, that they do need the support. So for those teachers who are new just to the district and they have that teaching experience, our campus principals will make sure that they have a mentor assigned to them so that they just have that learning for district ways. A lot of the teaching, but need to learn all the nuances with the district. For new teachers, brand new, we provide a mentorship where we meet with them once a month. They are also paired with a mentor from the campus, preferably in their grade level or within their content area if it's at the upper grade, secondary. Also, a new teacher academy is where all new teachers will meet once a month, and we have different topics outlined during new teacher academy. So there's another support system there as well, because everyone's going kind of through the same issues. We also provide individual coaching for all of our teachers, whether you're a 0-year teacher or a 25-year veteran. We want to make sure that we're getting in there and we're supporting all teachers, regardless of how many years of teaching you have. We can always learn more and do more. So that's part of our whole growth mindset as well. And then professional development. We will next year, we're embarking on our teachers providing professional development, because we know great things are going on within the classrooms. And it's not just our veteran teachers, it's whoever we see, oh, you know what, that's something that'd be great to share with others. But we have professional development after each 6 weeks. The curriculum department plans that, and a lot of the professional development that's done district-wide is based off of meetings that what we call our ILT meetings, and we get that feedback from there as far as what our teachers need. So we base our professional development around the needs. But it's just a time to kind of build those relationships with our teachers and let them know we understand when you're going through the highs and lows, and we want to keep you on that high and let you know that you always have someone that you can come to, whether it's myself, a coordinator, a coach, a teacher, the superintendent. We're all here to support one another.
It's true. I think that from the district level, from the teacher level, you see a lot of supports, but also the administrator level. Mr. D, I think you can speak to that as far as the involvement that all of our administrators have within those teacher classrooms. Tell us a little bit about what that looks like on your campus.
Well, first of all, I want to start it off like this. In my belief, the most important individual on the campus is the teacher. You are the ones that are actually impacting the students the most within in the classrooms. So with that, it is our intent and always our commitment to provide all those supports within the school setting, within each campus. We do this by providing opportunities for the PLC or what we call STEP meetings on a weekly basis. Basically, teachers sharing, collaborating with the lesson planning, and preparing also to be successful in each of the daily instructional pieces there. The other big piece that I believe it's very important is to provide also the coaching opportunities for our teachers. For one, we can do peer-to-peer. We can also have a personal coach going into the classroom, observing, giving feedback, modeling, and just being able to help the teacher become very successful. The other is also we have integrated professional development. On our staff meetings, we have an actual training every single month, and we have teachers presenting information to others. We also have a video platform, be able to self-record, to be self-reflective of your own skills and the things that you're doing, but also provide the opportunity to share that video with others, whether it be individuals or a group, to be able to kind of reflect and peer review and give you feedback on the go. The other thing too is that for myself, we have, and you can tell from each campus that this is our responsibility. We are the instructional leaders. So we're going to be in the classroom and I'm going to say probably weekly or bi-weekly basis. And our intention is to go in there, observe, give pats on the back for the many good things that are great things that are happening in the classroom. Also to provide immediate feedback and even model or provide that type of feedback or coaching that it may be needed to keep the person growing and for the kids to keep on learning. So we're committed to serving you and supporting you as a teacher.
Nancy, how would you feel as a teacher? What supports do you feel have been most valuable for you in your growth?
The PLCs, as far as that goes, it's a lot of teachers sharing ideas. And I think the biggest thing is realizing that, hey, even though I might have taught 9 years, somebody who's taught 1 or 2 has great ideas that I need to listen. So that during that PLC time is when we're sharing. So as a mentor, I always tell new teachers, hey, share what you have, because we don't know it all, and we're all growing. So I think the PLCs has been one of the biggest things. It's just sitting down and really making sure everybody understands where we're going with the lessons and activities, and keeping all that in mind and sharing. And, trial and error, sometimes they all work for everybody and sometimes they don't. So I think that PLC is just kind of the community of your content, just really working on things that are going to help the kids in general. So that's been one of the biggest things. The coaching is, I know, being here while I'm able to be coached, and I'm not going to take it as somebody's coming to judge what I'm doing. It's like, hey, this might work, try this. Because as a teacher, I might look at something a little different when somebody else comes in, they're looking at it from a different view. So it's basically just being open-minded during the PLCs and during the coaching sessions, and being accepting all of that as positive feedback and helping me grow as a teacher and as a leader to take on different roles.
That's right. You mentioned being a leader. A lot of teachers, they love the kids. They want to be in the classroom and maybe not step out of the classroom for those different leadership roles. Let's talk about some of the opportunities you've been given to be a leader, but still stay in the classroom, and how you kind of came to that point.
Well, I've served on the ILT team, so that's kind of taken leadership, and that is teachers from different grade levels all in working on things that are going to help our students, our campus. I've also taken roles of a mentor leader. After about this 4th year, I think I've been a mentor just about every year. So it's just helping someone new come in and kind of know where things are, how to work grade book things, reports, run data, and all of that. So that's been a role. And then my latest role has been team lead, and that was since last year. And I think it's just it kind of fell upon me, and I wasn't sure if I was ready for it, but I've had a lot of people support me along the way, and they knew it was time for me to take on that leadership role. And I've had support all along the way the last 2 years, because I'm always asking, what can I do to be a better leader, and want to make sure my team is strong as in the content, as well as just being like family. So that's a big role, but it kind of just worked my way through it to get there. And I think there's been opportunities along the way. And so people have encouraged me to take on new roles that I'm ready for, just because they've seen the work that I have done along the way.
Yeah, I think that's important to note. They're always looking for those people who shine and who have that leadership ability. And then, because in the end, we truly believe in promoting from within. I think that Dana, I'd like for you to chime in here. Dana has been several roles here within GISD, and part of this with this Empowering Educators to Excel grant, she's really taken a leadership role within that as a coordinator. So Dana, do you want to talk about the many roles that you've played here at GISD and how you advanced to where you are now?
Absolutely. I'm one of those that when I started teaching, I really never saw myself getting out of the classroom much. I just felt connected with the children. I really didn't see myself. But in Gainesville, it's a small enough district where your leadership potential is recognized. And sometimes people see something in yourself that you don't necessarily see. So I've held a multitude of roles from teacher to department chair to instructional coach, and then now an instructional coordinator with the district. And each one of those roles, somebody came to me and said, you need to do this, you need to do this, So I'm also one of those that needed just a little bit of a push to think that I can do that. So your leadership potential is recognized. Your superintendent's going to know your name. Your assistant superintendent's going to know your name. So some of the larger schools, you don't have that actual luxury. So here you're known, and we are a family. We are very much, when we say better together, we do work side by side, collaborating, really trying to tear down those classroom walls so we can start learning from each other. We all have so much potential within just learning from one another. There's great things happening in other classrooms, but if you're inside your four walls, sometimes you never know that. So a big piece of empowering educators to excel is to get us outside those four walls and see the great things happening on our campus. So, but within Gainesville, you're going to have opportunities come your way all the time for different kinds of leadership opportunities. So it's a great place to be. I've been here 20 plus years. My daughter teaches in the district. My daughter-in-law teaches in the district. So when I say it's very much family, it's close to my heart. So yeah, you're welcome here.
And I think part of it too, we talk about the growth mindset. We're growing in the classroom. We're growing, giving leadership opportunities. That's part of retaining these great teachers. We want you to stay here once you come here, but also to get that started, we want new teachers to feel welcome. So last year we started launching these onboarding teams to help new teachers as they come in. Miss Dilly, can you tell them a little bit more about that program?
Yes, our onboarding teams, that's one thing that we're really excited about. As Leslie mentioned, we just started it last year, so thankful for Jill bringing that opportunity to us. But it's a way to get our new hires connected even quicker, because how often do you get hired by a principal maybe April or May, and then you don't hear anything from the district or come back until July or August. So we want to make sure that you know that you are connected from the time you sign that paperwork. We'll have someone that reaches out to you, not to bug you or anything, just to see, hey, checking on you. Do you need anything? What do you need from me? Some have gone out shopping with their new teachers, help them find apartments, just telling them, going out to eat, letting them know what all we have here to offer in Gainesville. When you get to the campus, they show you just the little things around the campus. I know for me, the ice machine, you have to have a certain cup for the ice machines. I didn't know that. So it's just little things like that. So you don't sit there like, okay, everyone else knows this, but not me. But they're there. They're just another friend for you, another person that you can reach out to once you get on campus and you have questions. So you have your mentor, you have your onboarding team person, and they're not going to just let you go once you get there. They're still there for you throughout the year as well. So this was a great addition and we really like it. So hopefully it really makes you feel connected with Gainesville.
Yeah, I personally love that this began last year, and I'm at the administrative level, and I can see, not at a campus, and I can see the benefit that it's giving our new teachers. Nancy, how have you seen this work at the campus level, the difference that you've seen it make?
Well, I've seen that it just makes people feel more relaxed. So you come in, and if you're working during the summer, they know where the copy machine is. They know where the paper. I've seen a lot of people have been going shopping together, like Ms. Stilley said, the Mardells, finding all the teacher stores around the area, the shopping stores. And I think they just get a sense of being comfortable when they come in and it's August and they're not completely lost on where to go, where to find just the simplest things. Like she said, the ice machine, the restroom, things like that. And most of all, it's helped people just learn what is around here, like where to go shopping, what to do for fun, or things, places they can take their kids, the parks and things like that. So that has really benefited everybody, I think. And everybody just seems at ease once August rolls around and they're more prepared to work on decorating their classrooms.
Yeah, I think we've all moved, whether it be for our jobs or not. And the first thing you want is to feel welcome and to know the community that you're moving to. And Gainesville is just a great place to be. So we want to show the new teachers all the great things so they feel connected as well when they first come. So let's go just real quick, kind of a quick answer lightning round for each of you as to why you think a teacher or anyone, an educator, should consider coming to GISD. Pablo, let's start with you.
Well, I can tell you on my personal level, this is the first place that my wife has loved. So it is a beautiful place to live. The other is the connection that we've made with the population, with parents. The administrative staff at our central office is very, very supportive. They're committed to supporting us in the classroom, in the campus. And so those are just many of the cases that brought us here and will keep us here.
Very good. Dana, what about you?
I think people should consider coming to Gainesville. We're we're so family oriented that it's not just about, it's not just students, it's parents, we like to keep that connection strong. And you are welcome here. We love passionate educators who have high expectations for students. And our students, we know they deserve the very best. So we've put forth all these recruitment efforts just so that we can get the very best teachers in front of our students. And this is a place where you can grow. Like Pablo said earlier, we have coaching opportunities where people will get coached and get feedback. But we are truly about growth mindset and better together. And so this is definitely a place to be if you're looking to be your best self.
Very good. Nancy, what about you? Why should they consider coming here?
They should consider coming here because it's a place where you're going to feel like every day you've done what you could. You're going to help the kids out. It's rewarding, and it also gives you a sense of just family. Like you said, I have built long life friends just working here, and also the kids. It's community. It's a small community. You go to Walmart, you go to Tom Thumb, the parents recognize you. You've had their siblings. So you get established here, and it's just a small town, but big enough where you can find all the things and feel like family and opportunity for growth. There's a lot of opportunity for growth here.
Yeah, I tell people I feel like it's the perfect size school and perfect size community where you really can be as involved as you want to be and be active and with the kids and with the small class size is great. Ms. Steely, let's end it with you for that. Why do you think teachers should consider coming here?
Well, not only just to echo what they've said about the school district, just our community itself. It's a very family atmosphere community. We have spring flings, different summer sounds. In the summer, we have the marketplace where people can go out and just hang out, movie nights. So we, as a community, we do a lot that's family. I know coming from a larger community, it was really difficult for my kids to always be outside playing without me being right there. And here in Gainesville, I mean, your kids can play out in the front yard and you don't have to worry about them. They can ride their bicycles to the various parks that we have, the different parks. So we're just a close-knit community, and Gainesville is a great place. It's a nice growing place, but a great size to even raise a family.
Very good. I echo everything that y'all said. Now, just the last 10 minutes or so, we're going to go into breakout rooms. Even though we have a small group, it'll still give you the more opportunity to then ask the questions. Hope you enjoyed your breakout session. I know ours, we had several questions and things like that in our breakout room. So I just want to thank you all again for taking the time to come here today and visit with us. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you ever have any questions, you have my email because I sent you the Zoom information. Contact us and let us know. And then also visit our website. As you can see there on the screen, just go to GainesvilleISD.org and employment, and then the Teach With Us page. There's a lot of information about teaching with us and applying with us. Also, on that note, we want you to apply, even if there is not a position currently open right now for what you're wanting to teach. We have pool positions open because you never know. You never know when we're going to get another resignation that somebody is having to leave or move to another district for another reason. So we definitely encourage you to go ahead and apply and start that process. And then hopefully one of our principals will be able to reach out to you to take that next step and come just do a virtual or an in-person interview, however they decide to do that. But overall, we need you more. I mean, we know that kids, wherever you are currently teaching or wherever you currently live, they need you and those schools need you. But we always feel like our kids need you more. Our district needs you more, and you can make a big, big impact with the kids in our district, and we need you. So we encourage you to go ahead and take that next step and apply, and hopefully we can chat with you soon. And again, if something doesn't open up this year, we hope that we'll stay in the forefront of your job opportunities and where you continue to look for positions to open. So thank you all very much. It was good to see you, and we will talk to you soon.